Welcome back everyone to League 1. We are in the playoffs round 2, and real quick here we're going to cover the standings for week 2, so check it out. Big Nasty beat Zach the Killer, moved on to second round. Sprallo versus Freedom, Sprallo won. So in the first bracket of round 2 we have Big Nasty versus Sprallo. Then we have, back in round 1, MW Posse versus Thomas. Thomas moved on. Savage Hulk versus 44. Savage Hulk moved on. So now Thomas and Savage Hulk will be facing in round 2. Amaz and Crimey. Crimey moved on. Hairpiece versus Ilgoga. And Ilgoga moved on. Crimey versus Ilgoga in round 2. Eastern Brock versus Raging Cajun. And Raging Cajun squeaked that one out. And Raging Cajun moved on to the next round. Optimus versus Hair. And Optimus won that. And he'll be meeting Raging Cajun in round 2. So you see, the playoffs are moving along pretty good there. We did take off a week. And there was an issue that we've had throughout the league with the timer clock going to, triple question marks, and after that the game had to stop. But even if you were in the final action, you had to stop, and you didn't get counted for that action. And there were some people throughout the league that this affected their matches, and they lost, when if they would have been able to finish, they would have actually won. We took a week off because of the mechanics of the clock, and because there were some issues with gameplay and like the blue sky issue. So that was the reason for the delay. So this Monday we pick up on League 2 round 2, where the next round will go. And good luck to everyone there. And also on that Monday we have League 2 starting back up. And this has a bunch of different things going on, and we're really excited to launch League 2 and continue on finishing League 1 with the playoffs. But let's get right into League 2 and go over the rules and some of the formats that are going to be different from League 1. So HcRealms Online League 2, the format is going to be 300 constructed, Marvel only, excluding the Galactic Guardians Gravity Feed. Theme is required. All figures must share a keyword. Generic theme teams must have 3 figures minimum, and named theme teams must be 2 figures minimum. Generic would be like Scientist, and the Avengers would be like a named theme team. Teams may be altered between each map as long as the prerequisites are met. We do have a couple restrictions here. It is Marvel only, and no duplicate figures are allowed, including the REV, such as figures from Infinity Challenge. You would not be able to play different Scarlet Witches at different experience levels, so you can't play the rookie and the experienced one. You can just pick one or the other. So we're going to cover the new timer rule. Timer must be on. Both timer options, user timer and time limits, must be checked. The game ends when one player is eliminated or the time runs out. Please note, when the clock hits 0, the triple question mark, then a random amount of time will be added onto the game, and the game will automatically end when the time expires, and the results screen will pop up, and the winner and the loser and the scores will be revealed. So this is a little bit new. Before, when it was 0 and the 3 question marks popped up, the game ended, and it didn't matter if you were in the middle of an action or not. Now it's changed where there will be a little bit more time for you to finish your action and let the game fully end. So this is actually a really good thing. There was issues throughout the league and a little bit in the playoffs that this caused issues. So it's a very nice fix to have the timer properly done. Each league member will be in a conference and a division. Placement will be determined by previous league data accumulated by the player. Each league member must play a minimum of 16 games in the 4 weeks to qualify for the playoffs. Members may play up to 24 games to count in the stand-ins. You're allowed to go over 24 games, but the first 24 games are the only ones that are going to count. But you're still going to want to count beyond the 24 games, because those games are going to count for your opponent. So you need to make sure you count those. The winner will post who won and lost and the score, and the loser should also verify. Those will be reported on to the game's reporting forum. So that's where you will post your verifications and the scores. Playoff rules. League match rules are still in effect, but the following are the exceptions. The top 32 players will be entered and seeded in the single elimination playoff beginning Tuesday, June 12th, ending in the final 8 players Friday, June 15th. The final 8 will play on Sunday, June 24th. Playoff rule alterations. Team builds will be submitted to the league director prior to playoff commencement. Teams will be locked for the duration of the playoffs until the champion is determined. There will be 2 conferences, and within those conferences there will be 2 divisions. Players will be placed within those divisions and allowed only to play players within their respective conferences. Players are competing with others players within their own divisions. The top players from each division will qualify for the playoffs as follows. Zonk would be the top 10 players, Splat would be top 8 players, Bam will be top 8 players, and Pow is the top 6 players. If you want to go by A, B, C, and D, the top 2 will be within one conference and the bottom 2 will be in another conference. So you can play within those conferences. To qualify for the weekly drawings, you just need to play a minimum of 4 games per week. League starts on May 14th and ends on June 24th. Howard Brock is the league director, and the league format is Dragon Con Theme Team Qualifier. So this is a very good opportunity to win a final spot in the Dragon Con tournament. You will win a spot at the final table at Dragon Con. So that is an awesome first place, along with other prizes. So if you guys are excited for League 2, which will be starting on Monday, the final day to sign up for League 2 is Sunday. So if you have not signed up for League 2, please do that by Sunday so you can get involved in League 2. League 2 will start on Monday, and the playoffs round 2 for League 1 will also start on Monday. So hopefully you guys have already set up your team for League 2, and have a good weekend, and take it easy, guys.